Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel's Strike Force. And where, oh, where is my Shadow King? That's part of what I want to talk about in today's video. The other parts is that I want to talk about next week's event, or I guess it would be on Sunday now at this point. We do have some new data mines coming in about what that next event is going to entail, and I have to be not so surprised that they're not only trying to drain our power cores, which is going to be a lot lower for me soon, but they're also trying to drain your campaign energy. Because once again, for the third week in a row, it's going to be an event that contains campaign energy. Absolute insanity, but we're going to be talking about that in today's video. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. All right, so let's just jump into the data mines first of all. There's a couple of things that I do want to kind of just reiterate. I suppose we do have Emma Frost dropping on Thursday, and it seems that she is going to have she's basically going to be replacing, I think, the streak milestone, which we currently have running for Oath. So I think there's maybe one more day of Oath, and then on Thursday we're going to be getting Astral Ascendance, which is the same thing. They're going to give you a login streak token, and you're going to get, you're going to do your campaign dailies. And apparently, instead of raids, which we've been doing for Oath, you're going to play Battle World, and you're going to get some, so it's going to be campaign energy plus Battle World to finish your daily milestone to earn the Emma Frost Astral Orbs, which we know are going to be a load of crap, right? Like based on the ancient ones, which have been reduced to 20% chance to drop, it's just not going to be super thrilling. So I wanted to let people know about that. Can we zoom in one more time? Yeah, we can a little bit. The other thing I want to talk about is you may have caught my video from yesterday where we were talking about Captain Britain. And I do want to say that I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about this, that this was data mined. Now, I don't know if this is still happening. So earn progress in the Illuminati Assembly milestone event to collect more Captain Britain shards. Now, the assembly milestone events typically were those ones that would give you like 10 to 15 shards free to play, right? That's what we had for Annihilators and Orcus and Night Stalkers, right? We had variations of that. So I'm not 100% sure what this is, but we were told that maybe it was up here. I don't know where it was that I talked about the Illuminati energy. This part, Illuminati Assembly. Captain Britain returns Illuminati Assembly milestone gain progress in this 11-day event by spending illuminating energy in the Illuminati showcase and from Web 3 claims. Okay, and then you would get Illuminati team orbs. And so that wasn't in the blog. And that's why I have no idea if this is still happening or if this part is actually subject to change with regards to Captain Britain, because it almost suggests that there's going to be some Captain Britain shards in that orb. So I don't know if that orb still exists, if that's still coming out. I swear I heard somebody say something, or it was like on a previous, maybe it was on that blog like 4 weeks ago about like more Captain Britain shards, that kind of thing. I swear there was something related to that, and I'm going to have to double check on that or look it up in this video. But I want to talk about the upcoming events. Lunar Rebirth, this is going to be the third event for the month of November. This is going to contain Crimson Biogear and more purple stuff. And yes, there's a typo. It says, get excited for the Swamp Showdown event. Clearly, this is not the Swamp Showdown event, but this is what it was saying in the data mines. So that's something that'll need correcting without a doubt. Crazy that they just, all this just shows me is that they're copy and pasting things. It's honestly pretty funny in my opinion. Gain progress in this event by earning Shadow Orb fragments from campaign, battling through Blitz. Hopefully it's just a couple Blitzes, right? With the Ancient One, Emma Frost, Annihilator, or Illuminatis, and win or lose in Battle World, completing the Stellar Conquest. This is the Turkey milestone, right? And then Web 3 claims. T3 ISO 8 credits, T3 level 1 ions, dark promo credits, and biogear. It's also going to be a leaderboard. So the Shadow Orb is there. Down below, there's going to be another data mine for that. But the Lunar Rebirth leaderboard is going to reward Ancient One diamonds. And it does say Crimson Gear. I thought that they removed Crimson Gear from the milestone. So we'll see. Did they remove purple ions now? I get, that's possible, right? Because now with Battle World launched, maybe there's no more purple ions on the leaderboard. We'll have to find out about that one as well. Here are the points for that. So campaign energy, win or lose in Battle World, and then blitzing with the following characters with bonus points For 6 and 7, Thanos Endgame, 6-7 Captain Britain, 5-6-7 Ancient One, and 5-6-7 Emma Frost. Now, the Shadow Orb, though, it does contain Illuminati, Annihilators, and Orcus members. It also says along with Dark Promotion credits and Crimson Gear. So this could be very good because the event that I kind of skipped on last week, right? It did contain DPCs in the side pillar, and that was actually really good. So whether or not this event causes me to bite and spend my energy, we'll have to find. We'll wait and see when we actually see what the rewards are looking like in the table as well. I know people get super frustrated with me when they see my energy that I refuse to spend because of some future level cap. That's just how I play the game, guys. I'm not saying this is how you should play the game. This is just how I'm playing it right now. You know, definitely don't go out of your way to hoard if there's valuable stuff in the events that you should get yourself. The second thing that I want to talk about is I want to go back. Actually, I was going to talk about Astral King, Shadow King, and Old Man Logan, but I want to really quickly. I want to go back to the blog for Captain Britain. Where was that? I swear, what are we in November? It must have been in October, right? The Captain, where's that Captain Britain Returns? I want to see what it actually specifically said on the Sum of the Waste. So Candy Store, we got that right. Illuminati Super Showcase. There will be no yellow, no shields. Showcase will use Illuminati Showcase energy. So we know based on yesterday's video, we're going to be farming. You know, you're going to spending the energy to farm Captain Britain shards at what's probably going to be a low drop rate. It does say there is a special milestone event, but to feed this milestone, earn points by. So this is what was in the data mine. So, but it wasn't in the blog, and that's where I'm concerned. Milestone rewards include more Captain Britain shards, so grab as many as you can. They've been intentionally obtuse about not really sharing a lot of this information. I feel that's the. It also says the Illuminati orbs, which does also say it's going to contain Captain Britain shards. Now, where you get these, I'm not entirely sure, but based on the data mines, it seems like you're getting it maybe from this milestone, but I'm not entirely sure. And then we have the RTA pass for next week. That's going to be for Captain Britain, and hopefully there's red stars in there, maybe for people who want to buy that. And then the strike pass, I have a feeling, is going to be after Shadow King's event, or at least during it, because it's not going to start until the November 25th, which is honestly the Monday after I expect Shadow King to come out. My expected Shadow King date is November 22nd, which is a Friday, because last time with Old Man Logan, they released him on a Friday. They did it for like 10 days or 11 days over the weekend, plus another week, that kind of thing. And so you might only get like 1 week of the strike pass before the trial goes away. So the RTA pass might be the best opportunity for additional shards. But I do want to go back to the blog from Friday because it talked about the return, right? The Illuminati Team Showcase returns. And you know, talked about Captain Britain. It talked about actually, you know, honestly, it didn't really say a whole lot about how you would get his shards. We know now that you could farm it in chapter 2, right? It doesn't even say that his shards are in chapter 2, right? Nothing in here says about Captain Britain shards, rewards. Says actually it does say so with character shards for Captain Britain, but I think a lot of us assumed that this was going to be first time rewards. Like I thought that they were just going to give maybe 100. You know, we could farm it for other stuff maybe, or for the orb fragments perhaps, and we would all get 100 free Captain Britain shards from the first time rewards. That was just wishful thinking. I think they didn't say this here, just as character shards, right? Which we now know is farming, and that there's turkeys, which there is because we checked that out from yesterday's video, and there are turkeys on the campaign notes. This starts tomorrow, right? And so I guess we'll see about this milestone because there is nothing in this blog that talks about this particular milestone that's coming back. The Illuminati, not the, where is it? There was a milestone, right? It said in here the and the Illuminati. It was in here. It was also in the Datamines, right? So there was nothing in here, and that's what I'm a bit concerned about. Is it just the showcase? Are we still getting the orbs? Or are we just farming those shards? I guess we'll have to find out tomorrow. Now, I do want to kind of pivot back to finally in the last part of the video about Old Man Logan. So, Old Man Logan's blog, when we first got introduced officially that he was coming out, was May the 17th. And this is where it talked about, I believe, talked about the trials. So make sure you're ready to recruit Old Man Logan when his trials arrive on May 24th. Actually, you know what? Is it only a week in advance? I swear we knew a bit further. Oh no, maybe this isn't the. This wasn't the introduction of the character, right? We knew, but we already know about Shadow. Okay, so did they really only tell us 1 week in advance? I thought it was a little bit more than that, actually. By reading a recent blog outlining the details surrounding this important trial. Oh, maybe this is the wrong blog. You know what? Maybe there was another one. I need to go back down. May like the first time they talked about it. I'm pretty sure might have been before that. Yeah, maybe Logan. That's what I thought. Logan, you still have time. So this is the 10th, the second. Wrong blog. And so here they talk about his kit, where they actually finally revealed him. And then here we go. We talked about the trials, and it did talk about the team requirements. Yeah, it did. It gave you the table, right? So this was May the 2nd, and it showed you the table here with all of the traits that we needed: cosmic bio, hero skill, and a villain, right? And this was given to us, and all the other stuff in Cabal. And actually, this was the time where they dropped Cabal on us because they never actually told us beforehand. And then there was that whole kerfuffle with former community manager Archangel and all that stuff that I'm not going to get into. But where they dropped that, where they said Cabal was not required, and then they dropped that Cabal was required. I think that was this blog here, and so this was the date for May the 2nd. Now I have this table. This is my character release spreadsheet. And if we go back to Old Man Logan, his trial event was May the 24th. This was approximately 3 weeks before the trials went live. Well, we're Tuesday, November the 12th, and I'm kind of expecting Shadow King to be the November 22nd, which is like 10 days from now. Now, it very well could be a little bit later, maybe. Who knows, right? We don't know anything about the date. This is my guesstimation because Emma Frost is coming out on Thursday, and we have nothing. Right? It's got to be like the sometime in the week after. It's got to be next week sometime, like, or it's in this, from Monday to Friday next week. Why are they taking so long to give us any information about the Shadow King? And the only thing that we know right now about this Kingpin lookalike is that he's gonna be coming within a week or two, and we have no idea what the other characters are going to be for this team, for this trial. And one of my biggest concerns actually is it's going to include characters that maybe just came out, not just came out, but just been unlocked, or characters that people really haven't spent a lot of time on. Things like Man Thing and Oath, which I still don't have unlocked. Hopefully, I will soon. Or other characters that others might have not have unlocked. Right? There could have been characters like Ares. That's what I was just thinking off the top of my head. But there's plenty of characters that potentially could have been left behind that we just don't know what we're going to need for this event, or others, especially mid gamers, right, are not going to know who they need for this event. Like, I'm probably not going to have a huge deal with this because I have a wide roster. I've been playing this game for a long time. I'm largely keeping up with the game, and so it's not going to be a huge problem for me. But I think where it is going to be a problem is it's going to be a problem for the people who don't have as much resources to spend around. And my recommendation for everyone else would just be to save your gold, and if there are gaps in your roster that you're not sure about, save some gold so that you can level these characters up when they become known. And I would be very disappointed. I'm disappointed it's not out already. But if they don't release this information this week or by Friday at the latest, I think they're dicking us around. And I think that's the big problem here, and why I wanted to raise it here in the second half of the video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. That's just going to be it for now. Otherwise, I guess save your power cores yet again if you can, right? I mean, we have so many things that they're trying to drain our resources for. It might be very difficult. There's going to be a very special video coming out tomorrow that I think you're not going to want to miss. And then also on Thursday is going to be my Emma Frost Should You core. And I have some very strong opinions about Emma Frost based on some recent information that I heard about. So that's going to be it for now, everybody. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.